So now I will begin to talk about setting goals. I think it's really important that students who are learning English or any language set goals for their lessons and what they want to learn. I have been meeting many students lately because many people decide to learn English or take lessons at the beginning of a new year, and they always ask me if I can help them speak English. And like in the video I recently posted, yes, I can help a student speak English. I can have a conversation with the student, ask them questions that will get them to speak. But what's most important is that the student tells me what their goals are. So when I meet a new student, I like to ask them what their goals are. Like, what are your English learning goals? And each student will have different goals. Some students are learning English for work, some are learning for travel, and some are just learning English for fun. And that's great. Any reason that you have for learning English is great, but it's also good to have goals. So when a student asks me, can you help me? Yes, but what do you want me to help you with? Now, when you meet a tutor, as I said in the video that I posted recently, you should ask, how can you help me reach my goal? Or how can you help me, and then tell them your goal. So, for example, I recently met a student who needs to speak English with his coworkers in another country. And he will need to be able to speak with them really well in July. So it's January now, and he will need to speak with them in July, be able to speak with them and talk about his job, his work project. And so he told me, my goal is to understand my coworkers and to be able to explain the work that they're doing, to be able to explain things to them by July. So, that's a good goal. He told me what he wants to be able to do, why he's learning English, and then he set a time by July. However, even if you are just learning English for fun, you can still have goals. Like, for example, one of my students, she just wanted to be able to have a conversation in English. When we first met, she was very nervous, and so her goal was to feel less nervous while speaking. So we did that. We had lessons, we talked to each other, we had conversations, and that helped her. After that, she said, okay, I feel better. I'm still making mistakes, but I feel better. So now I want to improve my grammar. So her next goal became, I want to make less mistakes by learning more grammar, like more advanced grammar. And so we did that. That was her goal, and my lessons were created to help her do that. And then now she has a new goal. Now her new goal is to write in English much better, and also to use translators less. So now she has this goal with her writing. And so now with our lessons, I send her something. I send her something to read or something to listen to, and then she has to write about it. And that's how we work together in her lessons. And because my student has goals, we're able to work together and I'm able to help her. And also, she doesn't feel as upset about not improving. Many students get upset because they don't think that they are improving. They think that, oh, I'm not learning more vocabulary. I'm making too many mistakes still. You get upset, you take lessons, but you don't feel like you're improving. But if you know what your goals are, and if you tell your tutor or any person that you are working with your goals, they can help you. And this is why I think it's really important that students set goals. Okay. Hello to everyone who has joined. If you missed anything that I just said, I will save today's video and I will have it uploaded to Instagram so that you can watch this video later. Okay, so now just back to setting your goals. So what I think all students should do before they message a tutor or contact someone about taking lessons or helping them improve their English level is to set your goals. I think that's the most important thing you should do. So you should ask yourself, why do I want to learn English? What is your why? Then what about English do you want to improve? Do you want to improve your vocabulary? Do you want to learn more words? Do you want to make less mistakes, like less grammar mistakes? Do you want to improve your pronunciation? So here you have your why. Why are you learning? And then what? What do you want to learn, or what do you want to improve? And you can have more than one goal. It's fine. You can have many goals. My students usually have like 3 or 4 goals when we first meet. So you don't only need to have one, you can have many. And then when you write down your goals, I want you to then think about what is the most important to you. For example, if you want to learn more phrasal verbs, learn how to understand idioms better, improve your pronunciation, and understand how to use the conditionals, for example. These could be your goals. Then what you should do is decide which goal is the most important to you. You have 4 goals, but which one do you want to start on first? Which one is the most important to you? So if you think that improving your pronunciation is the most important, you should tell that to your tutor. You should say, these are my goals, but I think that pronunciation, improving my pronunciation is the most important. And your tutor can then, they can still help you with all of your goals, but they'll know that for you, pronunciation is the most important. And then your lessons will be created so that you focus on pronunciation, so that you can improve. So that's what I think all students should do before they meet with a tutor. So, I get messages sometimes here on Instagram from students, and they always ask me, can you help me? And my first question after that is always, well, what do you want help with? What do you want me to help you with? Because if a student wants me to help them learn English for the IELTS exam, I may not be the best tutor for that. Or if they want someone to help them with preparing for another type of exam, I may not be the best person for that. But then there could be another tutor who is much better for that. And so when you know what your goals are, then you can look for the tutor who will help you best. And again, you can tell them from the first meeting or in your first message that this is why I want to take lessons and how can you help me improve? Like, how can you help me reach my goal? Like, I want to be able to speak English during a presentation at work in March could be a goal. And so when you meet your tutor or you message your tutor, you can say, can you, instead of asking, can you help me speak English, can ask, can you help me feel confident to speak English and give a presentation in March? And then that person will know, yes, I can help you, or no, I may not be the best person for you. And then when you do find the tutor who can help you, when you ask them, can you do this for me and how? Yes, can you help me meet my goal or reach my goal? And then how? How will you help me reach my goal? And that's just the best way to improve your language skills, in my opinion. And honestly, you can use this with anything that you're learning, like a language, if you're learning how to play an instrument, if you're learning any new skill, it's just always great to come up with your goals, to write them down, find the ones that are the most important to you, and then when you ask people for help, share that with them. So that's really it for today. I just wanted to talk about this because, like I said, students will message me about this on Instagram, and it's that time of year where many of you are thinking about taking lessons, or you are looking for a tutor or a conversation group or a language partner. Even if you meet with a partner, you can still tell them, these are my goals. So this is what I want to do when we meet to have a conversation. So, if you are looking for someone right now, these are the questions that I think you need to ask yourself and the tutor or teacher or partner that you want to work with. And yeah, that's really it for setting your goals. And that's really all I have to say today. Also, though, I do want to say thank you so much to all of my followers and to all of the people who I noticed have started following me recently. So, old followers and new followers, thank you so much. And I will be back again soon with another live chat. Have a great day. Bye.